Yo guys, welcome back to Chelsea Explain for another Chelsea video, man. I just recorded and the mic wasn't on, so I need to record everything again. But welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to discuss around the protest that is coming up ahead of the Manchester City final in the FA Cup at Wembley, as well as the one next week against our rival Spurs at the Bridge. And we're going to cover the protest, why it's important to continue building on the momentum we have now, and we're going to discuss around some other things, why I believe blueco won't change and how they are panicking at the moment and is very scared for the damage that the protest could do. So it's not a project CFC that is organizing both the protests yet again, and he's mentioning that following a recent protest alongside Strasbourg fans, which was ahead of the Man United game, and then we had the second one against the Leeds ahead of the FA Cup semi-final with the blueco out DGWN. He's confirming now that we're taking further action at two key games before the end of the season. Join us for a protest march from Wembley Park Underground Station to the stadium before kickoff. He's mentioning also that this is going to be a peaceful protest and it's targeted towards blueco, not the players, not the head coach McFarlane, so they don't need to take it personal. And I'm sure the players understand the situation. We know that Cucurella has been vocal against this project. In the game versus Tottenham, he wants the fans to take action inside the stadium and by standing up when the clock strikes the 22nd minute and turn the back towards the pitch for 1 minute and join the chant of "We want our Chelsea back," because we simply don't have any faith in this ownership anymore. They have tried to come out with briefs and PR that they're going to self-reflect on their mistakes, correct them, make a few tweaks in the project. Personally, I believe it when I see it, but at the moment, I can't see it happening because it hasn't happened so far. And if they are somehow going to change the project, how are they going to do that? Where is the money going to come from? We're sitting in ninth place, missing out on Champions League football, missing out on a lot of money. And let's not forget, blueco is also in massive debt. They also need to sell players. If they're getting a lot of good money for a couple of key players, maybe they can use that money to purchase a couple of players that will help us and align with the manager that the new manager asked for. I don't see that's going to happen because it has barely happened so far. We have seen the same script and movie time and time again, and I'm not getting fooled again. They need to, I want them gone, basically. I won't give them any more chances if I could decide that. Now, in terms of the protest, as we spoke about, it is important we continuing the momentum that has been built up. There is some debate in the fan base whether it is the right moment to actually protest on the FA Cup final day at Wembley, because it could distract the players, the head coach, it could cause some negative impact on their performance. But as it has been stated countless of times and in recent protests, it is targeted against blueco, only them and the directors, that we want them gone. They have had their time to make the right things and they have chosen not to do it. So why would they do it now? It allows us to put massive pressure on them and their investors in terms of areas management and so on. We can have a peaceful protest, but when we are inside the game, watching the game, we can cheer on the players and Chelsea Football Club. Of course, we want to see our club win trophies, even if it's a 1% chance of happening. The FA Cup final will be televised everywhere. It will be covered around the world by different media sources and outlets, and having this protest potentially maximizes the exposure and as much as possible, so we have more people understanding what's going on at Chelsea Football Club. More Chelsea fans will get it, as well as journalists and other media outlets, newspapers that can perhaps cover it again, and maybe interview some Chelsea fans that can explain the situation, and it will be then shared and promoted on many different platforms. I see the point of view from some Chelsea fans that maybe it's not the right timing and to do it ahead of a final, but if it's done in a peaceful manner and targeted only against the ownership and directors, I mean, fair enough for me. I think Igbali is so scared. That's why we're seeing the countless of PR through Chelsea accounts on social media, through journalists on different platforms, that we are targeting Iraola, Xabi Alonso. We're going to have talks with Marco Silva, Felipe Luis, and so on. We have a manager shortlist, and perhaps some of it is true, but they are spamming this because they want to yet again tell us what we want to hear. They want to give us that dopamine kick. They want us to calm down and trust in them again, that they're going to correct their mistakes. And Xabi Alonso is a name that a lot of the fan base goes along well with. And when they're hearing Xabi Alonso's name, they will believe that they will change the project, or at least that they tried, but they couldn't sign him because of different reasons, which will be BS as well. We're trying to calm down the protest, limit the damage it could make, continue to divide the fan base. They controlling the media through journalists, a lot of Chelsea accounts downplaying the protest and continue to saying yet again, but what if they change this time? I mean, surely you have to wait and see. Yeah, I guess we have to wait and see as well, but I personally don't believe it's going to happen. I don't see Xabi Alonso taking this job. Of course, if a manager comes in and they change in the project, I mean, fair enough. I mean, that's what we all want. We want to have owners that cares and doing everything they can to win trophies. At least there is a balance between winning trophies and earning some money. Xabi Alonso is a great manager that has great potential, and we saw what he did at Bayer Leverkusen, winning 2 trophies, including going invincible in the league, almost won the Europa League. He struggled at Real Madrid with managing the dressing room, but Real Madrid is a very toxic place right now. It takes a special character to command those players. I mean, it's a toxic environment in Chelsea as well. And also, let's not forget, Xabi Alonso was actually backed at Leverkusen with signings he needs for his positional play and possession-based football. I mean, we have those type of players that could suit it, but will all of them suit Xabi Alonso? He's going to ask for power in the transfer market, and will get that. That's the question. We know Maresca and Pochettino left because they didn't get it. They were also being micromanaged by 5 sporting directors and 1 owner in Bali. Had no power whatsoever, telling the manager who should play and not play, who should get sold, despite that players suiting their style and delivering. Players are getting fleet for profit. Igbale has the final say and he makes whatever he wants. We're not going to dive into all the countless reasons of why a protest is important. We've done it before and most of you guys know it as well. We just have to look at the state of the club and where we are heading. I think Iraola is the perfect yes man for blueco because I think he's a great manager, but he's a manager that has gone along with everything at Bournemouth, hasn't complained, hasn't had much of power in transfer market, lost a lot of his best players, key players, and he has still delivered. He has still developed players. They're punching above their weight, overachieving for 3rd season straight, finishing in a record finish. They could potentially get European football for the first time ever. So he is the perfect man for them. He's experienced in some ways, managing for different teams for many seasons now, but I think he could do it at a top level, but he needs to be backed as well. He's someone that plays with high intensity, aggressive press, run more than the opponent. We have a squad full of injury-prone players. We are the team that has been outrun the most in the league. So personally for me, the protest needs to going. We need to push blueco out relentlessly and explain to other people in the fan base why this is important. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're brand new here, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, hit that notification bell down below so you never miss when the content drops, and Chelsea explains out. Bye.